Welcome back to my favorite video that I do. This is the video where I actually show what I invested into last month. Then we'll go through an entirely new list of cards and products that I'm trying to invest into this month. So that way we're all actually investing and collecting together. I'm never going to tell you to buy something that I wouldn't actually buy myself. And we are going to do a little giveaway today. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then I want you to comment your favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. I'll show you guys the cards here in a second. And we do have to announce the winner from last Sunday's giveaway, and it is at MJSD1706. So just hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email and I'll get those cards sent out to you. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is BCW. These guys are basically the GOATs when it comes to protecting, storing, and displaying your cards and collectibles. They have so many different products. They got stuff for comics, cards, gaming, memorabilia, music, coins and currency, photos, tons of stuff. And when it comes to cards, I mean, they have 268 different items for trading card supplies. I love these 6-drawer card catalogs. I got a few of these myself. They have really nice zip-up binders now, and they're basically the GOAT when it comes to top loaders also. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. And then if you use the code PokeBeard at checkout, you receive 10% off your entire order. But all right, let's go through the giveaway cards, and we're going to see what I picked up last month. All right, we got a ton of stuff to go through, so we're going to start off with the giveaway. So we're going to do 2 giveaways today, one for a subscriber and one for a member. So each person is going to get a Frigibax illustration rare. Each person is going to get an Arctibax illustration rare. Then we got Oricorio. Each person is going to get one of those. And then one person is going to get a Hydrapple from Destined Rivals, and the other one is going to get the Yanma from Destined Rivals. So those are the giveaway cards. Now for the cards that I got myself, we got some Rotom cards. These are super cool cards. This is a complete set here. There's 6 of them. Kind of cool. Kind of got that cracked ice reverse hollow. They're not super expensive, but that's my 3rd time completing the set. Now, these are some of the cards that I picked up at Card Party. So we got the Darkrai. We actually got that from Cardinal Gaming. Then we got a Gold Star Suicune. Got that for like $4.90. I don't remember who we got that from. We got an Ethan's Ho-Oh. One of my buddies met us there, and he actually bought me this card. We got a 1st edition Shadowless Magikarp. We got that from Jarchomp Collectibles. And then we got an Arceus card. Don't remember where we got this one, but super cool card. Now, we got a letter here. This is from DK Cards. Thanks for always making awesome content. We're especially loving the vendor POV lately. Here's some cool stuff as a thank you for all your hard work. Keep up the great content and check out our online store sometime. We create custom handcrafted pieces like this Suicune card holder display and Evolution Stone keychains. We create custom handcrafted pieces like this Suicune card holder display and Evolution Stone keychains. So I like to be surprised with these, so I had Mrs. Beard take everything out of the package so that way you guys don't have to hear me crumple a bunch of stuff. So he sent quite a few things. So looks like we got one of the EV pouches, and we got some Prismatic Evolution packs, which we will open here in a second. We got a little envelope here, and this has a PSA card. Ooh, Suicune V PSA 10. Absolutely love it. That is just absolutely crazy. I was not expecting that at all. Next, we have, feels like an ETB. Oh my goodness. A Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETB. That is insane. You did not have to send that at all. I cannot open this one though. You guys know that. Now, I want to see the Suicune holder that he was talking about. Let me reach over here. Don't want to break nothing. All right. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. That is epic. Holy, are these rocks? It is. That is super, super cool. Wow, that is seriously crazy. I'm kind of in shock right now. That is so cool. Seriously, again, thank you so much. Let's rip open some of these packs. I don't have the best luck opening packs, to be honest. I normally let Mrs. Beard open up everything. And I rarely pull any heat. She's the one who gets everything good, so maybe we can get something decent here. We got Dunsparce, Scoldeen, Applin, Sneasel, Suicune, Screamtail. Not to mention Prismatic. Very, very tough pull rates. Like, I feel bad for the people that actually sit and just open packs of this stuff, because you're not getting much. All right, let's run through this. Another Suicune. Groudon Hollow. Hopefully we can get at least one hit. That would be nice. But you never know, especially with Prismatic. That's where I feel like if Prismatic had really good pull rates, man, I don't think anybody would talk bad about Prismatic. It is a little annoying how they gave a bunch of Gen 9 Pokemon more special illustration rares when they could have just done, you know, anything else, or even gave the Evolutions multiple special illustration rares. It would have been kind of cool to get one with the Terra stuff and one regular. I think people would have freaked out over that. We got a Houndour Pokeball. Still nothing. So, yeah, rough set for sure. All right, we got the Duskull. Come on, give me something. Wow. Definitely going to edit out some of these pack openings. I hate the noises of packs on camera. All right, we got another Pokeball. Hoping for at least a Master Ball. All right, we got 2 packs left. And I still have a ton of stuff that I have to show you guys that I picked up. So, always forget to look at the camera. As you guys can tell, I do not open a ton of packs on camera. We got the Atticus Full Art. So, we got 1 hit so far. Not terrible. I've seen people open like 30, 40 packs and just get like nothing, or like a couple dollar Master Ball or something. So, can definitely be worse. All right, last pack. Oh, nothing. Just got a spec card. So, again, thank you so much for sending that. That was actually super fun. All right, so we got a ton of stuff. So we got the whole black and white bundle. So we got the regular ETBs for both of them. And we got the poster collection. And then we got both of the binder collections because there's 2 different kinds. So I'll show you guys that real quick. And I got all these for MSRP, so super happy about that. Also picked up this Neo Genesis starter deck, Cold Fusion. Very, very clean. I think it was like $140 or something like that. But if you guys do want to get any vintage sealed, this is where it's at. It's very affordable. Good place to start. And then, like I said, I got some comic books. First appearance of Lobo. Can't really fit it on camera. Comic books are very, very affordable right now because the movies are kind of struggling. So if you guys did want to start collecting comics, it's a very solid time right now. I collect first appearance comic books. I have over 350 different comic books, all first appearances. And then I did get a Chilling Reign booster box. Got this for, we traded a bunch of cards, smaller cards that he needed. So I only ended up having to pay like $200 cash and a bunch of smaller singles. Very happy about that. And then I did get my Pokemon Center, Black Bolt, and White Flare ETB. Super stoked about that. And then I did get 1 Destined Rivals regular ETB that I found at a Target. I walked in, they just restocked. There was like maybe like 8 people in line. Did some shopping, came back, and there was 1 Destined Rivals ETB and some sleeve boosters. So I grabbed the ETB. Can't go wrong with that. I think this is one of the coolest looking ETBs that we got in the entire era, honestly. So very happy to grab those whenever I can. But all right, that's what I picked up last month. Now we're going to go through an entirely new list of Pokemon cards and products that I'm trying to invest into this month. All right, let's get to the new list. So we're going to start off with the XY Secret Rare cards. Now I've been talking about these cards for well over a year when they were all $30, $40, $50. And they just keep going up in price. Last sold $325, $150, $250, $116, $150, $180. So if you see these cards in clean condition, definitely pick them up if you see them for a good deal. I have a feeling they're just going to keep climbing. But yeah, there's not too many of these. There's a couple promos just like this also. And then like Volcanian's still very affordable. So there's a couple ones that are still somewhat cheap. Next, we were talking about the Plasma Secret Rare cards. So I have the Charizard, Blastoise, and Empoleon. I didn't collect the other ones, but I think I'm going to now. I'm definitely going to skip the trainers. Ultra Ball, market price $7.99. The Charizard, market price $5.88. But the Blastoise, market price $178, still isn't terrible. And I know these cards don't look super crazy, you know, on TCG Player. They are shiny Pokemon, but if you see them in person, they look super nice. Like, they got really nice texture. The gold borders, like, they feel premium. Next, we have the Gyarados EX Full Art from XY Breakpoint. This is a shiny Gyarados in a full art. It was $18 a year ago. Last sold $77, $66, $55, $49. But if you can find this thing for $50, $60 in really clean condition, I think it's a solid pickup. And any Gyarados fan, you know, needs this in their collection, especially because it is shiny. Next, we were checking out some of the Sun and Moon full arts. So if we go to the first page here, Gengar and Mimikyu is at $272 for their full art from Team Up. And the Pikachu and Zekrom, also from Team Up, is at $108. And the Mewtwo and Mew, market price $99. Both Charizards are in the 70s. So if you guys are big fans of these Sun and Moon Tag Team full arts, you know, they got some awesome cards here that are still somewhat affordable. Of course, they were all cheaper a year ago. Same with all of these Sun and Moon cards. But for what you're getting and how expensive this set is, I could definitely see these cards going up in price a little bit. I mean, there's even the Latios and Latios card here, market price $74. And they do have, you know, rainbow versions of a lot of these cards. Next, I'm definitely going to start hunting a lot of these illustration rares now. So many of them have came back down to price, like the Slitherwing here, market price $4.70. This thing got all the way up to $19. So I'm totally happy, you know, paying $3, $4 for a lot of these cards. Even if, let's say, they all drop another $1, not that big of a deal. It's really not that much money. And same with a lot of the special illustrationers. There's a ton of very affordable ones. Next, I just got the cleanest Spinarak Pokemon Go Ditto card the other day that I'm very confident it will get a 10. Since there's only 66 of them in a 10, we do have a couple sales on eBay, 260 and 200. So keep your eye out for some of these Ditto cards if they're super clean. Next, we have the Heart Gold Soul Silver promos. So if you guys are big fans of Raikou, Entei, and Suicune like myself, they have this super nice little shiny set. It's literally Heart Gold Soul Silver number 19, 20, and 21. Very affordable in near mint condition. I mean, we got the lot here, all three of them for $80. And these promos, you know, we're not going to get a ton more of these. Nobody's really opening up the boxes. So super cool cards, and they're also super tough to grade. Next, we're checking out a couple sealed products. So I am definitely going to get as many of the Victini illustration collections as I can. I just think these are the best collection boxes to get, in my opinion. The ones that actually have an exclusive like illustration rare or special illustration rare on the box that you can see. Especially this box isn't too big, so it doesn't take up a ton of space. I would love to get, you know, a few of these at least. You know, same with like the RCSV figure box, which is now $90. You know, the Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon VMAX collections. Those just keep climbing. Those are hundreds of dollars now. So I'm definitely going to get more of these over like the poster collection and the binder collection because, you know, I love the art on there. Even though the binder collection is doing super good for $151, it all depends on reprints, and that item specifically has not gotten reprinted as much as the others, which is why it's so expensive. Super cool product, but I just like these better because they actually display super nice also. And this box comes out August 1st. So it was at $88 on TCG Player. Now last sold $68, $68, $68. And remember, only certain people can sell during pre-sale on TCG Player. Right, next we have some Sword and Shield Pokemon Center ETBs. I feel like a couple of these are still pretty undervalued. I mean, Fusion Strike is at $350 now. Lost Origin is only at $215. Silver Tempest $198. Chilling Rain $170, and the other one is at $160, and Brilliant Stars is at $147. Astral's at like $125. In my opinion, I feel like Chilling Rain is so undervalued. It has the second most alternate arts in the entire Sword and Shield era, along with Blaziken and the birds. I mean, the regular Fusion Strike market price is at $185. That costs more than the Pokemon Center Chilling Rain ETBs. So either Fusion Strike is way overvalued, or a lot of these ETBs are super undervalued. And I do think Fusion Strike is definitely a little overvalued right now. If you compare how long it takes for like a set to normally move, we're definitely moving at a much quicker rate. I mean, these Sword and Shield ETBs and booster boxes should not be this expensive technically if we're comparing it to past history. So prices could definitely come down a little bit if the market really cools off. And same thing with the booster boxes too. I mean, Fusion Strike, market price $720, Lost Origin $500, Chilling Rain $410. I mean, that's just crazy, a $300 difference between Chilling Rain and Fusion Strike. And another thing people do not think about is Fusion Strike does not even have trainer galleries. A lot of these other sets do. So technically, like if you're just comparing them set to set, Fusion Strike might have a couple bigger cards, but the sets with trainer galleries have way, way more art and just an all-around better set, especially the pack opening experience, which is important for a lot of these people. And, you know, people are going to be opening these up for box breaks and stuff in the future, chasing these cards. So these still will get opened, just a lot slower than what they used to. But all right, that was some of the stuff that I'm trying to pick up this month. So let me know down below anything you guys have picked up, or maybe something you guys are keeping your eye on so other people can see. So that way we're all actually collecting and investing together. And then if you guys like this content, please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then if you want to be entered into that giveaway, you got to comment your favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. But I want you guys to have a great day, and if you want to watch my last Pokemon Falling Friday, which was a good one, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.